I was the only one in school out of all my friends, and like, I felt that I had to leave school to be one of the lads. Yeah, I was a naughty boy, yeah. I done a lot of bad things, but the principal accepted them and he gave me chance after chance after chance after chance until the last time he threw me out. He goes, look, you can't have you here, you're too wild, bum bum bum, out the door. If I had me chance, I'd run back to school and stay in school. I went up to the council and I asked them what would be the best thing for me to do. And they said the only thing is to go homeless. So they booked me into a hostel for one night and told me to come back up the next day and tell them how it went. A 17-year-old going in to a man's hostel is not nice at all. There's a risk of being robbed, there's a risk of being stabbed, there's a risk of waking up and your runners aren't there. The people are too afraid to go down and say that they've even been robbed until the person has left the building. You'd be lucky if you had your pillow, if it wasn't robbed. You'd be lucky to have a duvet some nights. It's just not nice, it's very frightening. You have no privacy, you have no security. Whatever you do, you're doing it around people. Like, you can't even go in and go to the toilet in peace, to be honest, because there's always somebody at the door wanting to get in to go to the toilet. You have no privacy, nothing. Your private time is when you're asleep, then you're up, then by 8:30 and then you're out. You're not getting back in anywhere until at least 6:30, 7 o'clock that night. So I wanted to run out the door and I wanted to run home. It was the fact that, like, I thought I'd be shown a weakness if I'd done that. The only place I wanted to be was home, but I couldn't because I'd nowhere else to go. I'd know where else was I going to sleep that night. So I was late for my hostel and I rang the free phone and I said to them that I was late, and they said, well, there's no beds left, all we have is a sleeping bag and you have to go to such and such a place to collect it. So I went and collected it and I was walking around for hours looking for a spot where you can get your head down. You'll never get your head down. You can't sleep on the street because there's always people tugging at you or kicking you or saying horrible things like, oh, you're homeless this or you're homeless that, and kicking you and waking you up and all. Like, all you want to do is get your head down. It makes you feel that small because what people have, they take for granted, and you realise when you don't have it, what you actually miss. So I wish I had a bed that night, but I didn't. I had a bit of cardboard and a sleeping bag. That's all I had. Didn't even have any money in my pocket. I attend the Focus Ireland extension. I'd go over there and I'd have a shower and I'd get clean clothes, have something to eat, use the computer, do your CVs with them.
When someone comes to the service first, what we make sure is that they are safe. Following an assessment, we create a plan with the person. Often what that includes is access to education, training and employment. No matter what, when you learn something new, you start to feel good about yourself. And that's actually half the battle, because if you start to feel good about yourself, you get a sense of hope. So you will look at linking people into business in the community, where they can often get a 2-week placement in places like Marks and Spencer's. We have seen youngsters get jobs out of it. We've seen people go on to university. People achieve a lot when they want to. And people achieve a lot when they know it creates another alternative.
If it wasn't for the Focus Ireland Extension Services, there'd be nobody would have on. The homeless would have nothing. They told me not to give up. They just kept saying, keep going, keep going. Patience is a virtue, and good things come to people who wait, and have waited, so.
The work we do is primarily supporting people to move out of homelessness and move into long-term accommodation and live an independent life that suits their needs and works well for them. We look to see what are the issues that have brought them into homelessness, and then look to try and address how they can work through them and move out of homelessness.
Yeah, I'm after getting a good bit of news that I'm moving into a little place. It's a good little spot, it's in a nice little area, it's a place to call me own, so. Yeah, I'll have a place to bring my family to have something to eat or wherever. If they want to come over and see me for the day, they have somewhere to sit instead of walking around town in the lashings of rain. To be able to hold a set of keys, like to hold your own key off your own place is something like, if you're after been doing this for so long, as I have, then you really appreciate it. I'm after being offered an apprenticeship doing carpentry, so with a bit of luck that holds off, and in the future it looks something big. It's good, like everything's coming together now. Do you know what I mean? It's not going back, it's going forward.